Hello everyone. Niawi scano. Agi jangwa gagwego jo hioaje otkunonyo. I hope you're keeping warm with this blast of winter weather. I'm sure many of you watched the Super Bowl. I think the score was a bit of a surprise, but I hope you all hit on those squares. I'd like to start today's message by recognizing the lives of 4 members of our community who have passed away in recent days. Dennis Lay was a former president, treasurer, and counselor, who was the president when the Seneca Settlement Act of 1990 became federal law. Dennis was also a longtime member and former chief of the Cattaraugus Fire Department. Carolyn Pierce was also a member of the Seneca Women's Suffrage Group, who fought to grant women the right to vote in Seneca elections, and a dedicated community volunteer. Sonny Snyder was an Army veteran and a member of Iroquois Post 1587, who went on to serve with the Gowanda Ambulance, Zor Valley Rescue Squad, the Gowanda Volunteer Fire Department, and as a driver for our Seneca Nation of Hope medical team. Betty Jacobs, she spent her life caring for others as a registered nurse, a commitment that carried on as a member of the nation's health board. Our nation's thoughts and prayers are with the families and many friends of Dennis, Carolyn, Sonny, and Betty. We share their sorrow, but we are forever grateful for the lasting impact they made on our nation and our community. I have to move on to COVID and the update. Our 14-day total positive cases detected now stands at 56. Of those cases, 20 were detected in Allegheny, 10 by Cattaraugus, and 26 through the community testing. We know that several positive cases were detected through a pop-up testing event we held in Cattaraugus on the 30th, where more than 200 people were tested. The health system and our medical director have traced a number of these positive cases to those who participated in ceremonies and attended recent funerals in our community. With midwinter ceremonies scheduled to begin in Allegheny on Monday, I'm urging everyone, please take every precaution to protect yourself and those around you. We've scheduled 2 pop-up testing events at the Allegheny DPW for those attending ceremonies and interested community members. The pop-up testing dates are Saturday, February 20th and the 27th. We will also continue our weekly community testing every Monday at the Cattaraugus Fire Hall and every Tuesday at Allegheny DPW building through the end of February. These events will take place from 3 to 5 p.m. and pre-registration is recommended. According to federal statistics, COVID-19 is now the #1 killer in the United States, and January was the deadliest month of the pandemic. The 56 current cases here at home represent 20% of the total number of positive cases we've had since April. If this current trend continues, especially with the more contagious variants, our community can face serious challenges in the weeks ahead. It doesn't take an entire community to spread a highly contagious virus like COVID, but an entire community can be at risk. I want to see our entire community come together to stop the spread and reverse this trend. We depend on one another to do the right thing, mask up, socially distant, keep your hands clean, sanitize, disinfect, and limit those gatherings. Please, together, let's keep fighting. The battle to keep our community safe during this pandemic is waged on 3 fronts. 1, testing and identifying positive cases. 2, personal responsibility and accountability. And finally, the vaccine itself. There have been several developments on the vaccine front in the past week. First, our Seneca Nation health system continues to make amazing progress in administering the doses to our people. In keeping with the phased distribution plan, hundreds of Senecas will have completed their 2-dose vaccine regimen in the coming days. Also, in Washington, the Federal Indian Health Service recently received an additional $1 billion to support the ongoing pandemic response efforts across Indian country. This funding includes $790 million for testing, contact tracing, containment, and mitigation activities. $210 million for vaccine-related expenses to help ensure widespread distribution, access, and vaccine coverage. The nation will continue to aggressively partner with and advocate for our needs with IHS so that we can quickly and efficiently reach every Seneca who wishes to receive the vaccine. While we continue with our vaccine efforts, the federal government has outlined a program for sending vaccines directly to commercial pharmacies. New York State will expand vaccine eligibility to include people with underlying health conditions on February the 15th. The state also announced that it will be opening some additional vaccination centers. If you are interested in receiving the vaccine through those channels, you can call the New York State COVID-19 hotline at 1-833-697-4829 for eligibility and appointment information. You can also call your local pharmacy or your county health department to see if they are making vaccination appointments. While all of these efforts will hopefully make the vaccine more accessible to people who wish to receive it, the overall vaccine supply remains a challenge. If you are interested in receiving the vaccine, please remember that patience is important, as the demand is still far ahead of the supply at this point. Please, remember, the vaccine does not replace the importance of masks, social distancing, and all the other behaviors we should continue to follow. This Wednesday, we'll have our weekly virtual COVID session. Members of the health team will again provide nation members information and updates on our COVID and vaccine status and plans. These sessions will take place every Wednesday from 3 to 5 p.m. and are a great way to stay informed. If you would like to join us, send an email to sngotome@sni.org with your name, nation ID number, and a phone number to register. Finally, there are a few community reminders as we start the week. Trash collection has been delayed again this week due to mechanical problems with our regular contractor. Pickup in Cattaraugus this week will take place on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday if needed. Trash collection in Allegheny is scheduled for Friday. Also, this Saturday is our February council meeting. This will be a virtual meeting. Nation members can participate. In order to register for the meeting, you must send an email to sngotome@sni.org with your name, nation ID number, and a phone number. And have a great week. And remember, stay safe, stay strong. Dane Hodiite. Be sure to follow our Seneca Media Facebook page and our Twitter @The Seneca Nation to get updates on our efforts for the community. For current COVID numbers and statistics, be sure to check out our Coronavirus Response Hub on sni.org.